Okay, so I've adjusted my sound and video so they're as optimal as they can get for my Tumblr accent challenge because Sarah wanted to know what I sound like, and I figured that was the easiest option to let you know. I'm Maurits or Morris or Maurice or any other variation of the name, frankly, because it's hard to pronounce in English. I get it, and I'm not all that bothered. My Tumblr username is Necoho. I originate from the Netherlands and I still live there, but I've moved from the south to the north to study. The list of words to pronounce follows: ant, roof, root, theatre, iron, salmon, caramel, fire, water, New Orleans, pecan, birth, again, probably, Alabama, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise, pajamas, court, naturally, aluminium, gif, tumbler, crackerjack, doorknob, envelope, and GPOY. What's it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? It's TPing, I think. Uh, Carbonated drinks are called fizz. What do you call gym shoes? That's trainers or kicks. Grandparents, it's granddad, but both of them are deceased, so I don't really use the word anymore. But hey, and nan or gran, but I usually go with gran. Um, what do you call the wheeled contraption in which you carry groceries at the supermarket? Trolley. The thing you change the TV channel with is a remote, and now I have to grab my book and read from it. Fight or flight. Like any new commissioned young commissar, I faced my first assignment with an eagerness mixed with trepidation. I was, after all, the visible embodiment of the will of the Emperor himself, and I could scarce suppress the tiny voice which bade me wonder if, when tested, I would truly prove worthy of the trust bestowed upon me. When the task came at last, in the blood and glory of the battlefield, I had my answer, and my life changed forever. If there's a single piece of truth among all the pious humbug and retrospective arse covering that passes for my autobiography, it's the last four words of that paragraph. When I look back over the past 100 years of cowardice, truth-bending, battle-loosening terror, and sheer dumb luck that somehow propelled me to the dizzy heights of hero of the Imperium, I can truthfully point at that grubby little skirmish on the unforgotten mining world as the incident which made me what I am. I'd been a fully fledged commissar for almost 8 weeks when I arrived in Desolation 4. 7 of those weeks spent travelling in the war, and I could tell right away that my new unit wasn't happy to receive me. There was a single salamander waiting at the edge of the landing field as I stepped up the shuttle, its sand-scoured desert camo bearing the markings of the Valhallan 12th Field Artillery. But there was no sign of the senior officers that protocol demanded should meet a newly arrived commissar. Just a single, bored-looking trooper stripped down to the bare minimum of what might pass for a uniform, making a basket that let us share the parked vehicle off it. He glanced up from a slate of artistic ravings as I appeared and shambled in my general direction, his boots kicking up little puffs of the baking yellow dust. "Carry your bag, sir." He didn't even attempt to salute. "That's fine," I said hastily. "It's not heavy." His body odor preceded him like a personal force bubble. The briefing slate I'd glanced at before making the choice discovered that the transport ship was stuffed with crewmen still in the fun delusion and games of chance had something to do with luck. Had mentioned that the Valhallans were from an ice world, so it was no surprise to me that the baking heat of desolation was making him sweat heavily, but I'd hardly expected to be met by a walking bioweapon. I overwrote the gag reflex and adopted an expression of amiable good humour that had got me out of trouble innumerable times during my years at the Scholar, as well as into it as often as I could contrive. "Commissar Kane," I said, "and you are—" "Danny Jurgen." Colonel sends his apologies, but he's busy. "No doubt," I said. The ground crew was starting to load the cargo. Anonymous crate and pieces of mining machinery, larger than I was, floated past on lift pallets. The mines were the reasons we were here, to ensure the uninterrupted supply of something or other to the forge world, the Imperium, despite the presence of an orc raiding party, which had been unpleasantly surprised to find an Imperial Guard troop ship in orbit, waiting for a minor wolf to subside when they arrived. Precisely what we were defending from a rapidly dwindling first would be somewhere in the briefing slate, I supposed. The mine hubs loomed above us, clinging like lichen to the side of the mountain. Their inhabitants had all but hollowed out. To a hive boy such as myself, they looked comfortably nostalgic, albeit a little on the cramped side. The total population of the colony was just a few 100,000, including elders and kids. Just a village, really, by Imperial standards. I followed Jurgen back to the Salamander, weaving through the thickening scrum of workers. He walked straight towards it, unimpeded, the miasma from his unwashed socks clearing a path as effectively as a chainsaw. As I swung my kit bag aboard, I found myself wondering if coming up here had been a mistake after all. "Right, do you think you have an accent?" "Well, obviously I do, because if I speak English with a Dutch accent, it would sound something like this, and that's a very, very ugly accent, if you ask me. Um, it could be worse, but people in high-ranking positions in companies, they speak like this with foreign contacts, and it's just uh, embarrassing. So, hence why I picked up received pronunciation in primary and secondary school, and halfway through university I got bored with it and sought something new, and that was what I have now. Be a wizard or a vampire? A wizard, definitely, because I could just amble about during the day and I'd not have to survive on predatory urges, and hopefully I could use my powers for good to help people heal, um, well, create peace. Do you know anyone on Tumblr in real life? Yeah, in fact, I do. Um, think. 5, no, wait, 6 or 7 people. 3 words you want. Midwifery. Fastidious and supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, which all of yous are. Take that. That was me and all for yous, and well, cheers for watching. Bye.